Guys, I've found something interesting that might surprise and horrify a lot of people in the markets on the BTC chart. So today I'm going to talk about the pattern that I found, the price target that this pattern potentially takes us to. And what I'm doing now, we're going to talk about my trades that I've got open, what I'm seeing on the charts, and what I'm doing, what trades I'm taking at the moment. So let's get into it. So first of all, we've come into this descending triangle, massive fake out, back into the triangle, back at the floor here, back to our support area. Now, what I noticed here is we have a M pattern forming. So if we go from the support level, so we had this wick up here, right? So we had this first wick up here, but let's move it over here anyway. And then we bring it back to the support. We take it back to the top. We come down to the bottom. We've got this clear M pattern, right? Now, what we can do now is let's actually leave this here and let's work out from the top to the bottom. Actually, I'll just draw this here for now because we're going to come back to this price. So if we go from the top of this M pattern to the bottom of this support here, okay, we could go to the wicks, we could go here. Let's be conservative. Let's go here. If we draw this trend line, which will give us our technical target, the technical target takes us to 100,000 to 101,000. Now, what do you see here, guys? We've got the 200-day moving average, which price often reverts back to, especially when you come into a downtrend, okay? So we've got some nice confluence here that we potentially might be coming down to 100K. Big psychological number, big level, and I'm interested in shorting this. I'm already in a short. As you guys know, if you probably watch my YouTube videos, we opened shorts around all-time high on Ethereum. I said, it's going to be pretty hard for it to break through all-time high. It's just gone up 230%. We can see that people are taking profits on chain. And, the market has continued to crash since. And BTC is now, as we speak in this video, starting to lose support. Look at it. It's starting to break through the support. We came down, we tested support, and we had very little interest, very little buy pressure. As I talked about on my video yesterday, we're seeing the ETFs are selling, BlackRock are selling, Fidelity is selling, Cathie Wood is selling. We're seeing a lot of sell pressure. We're seeing Binance and Coinbase sending assets to Wintermute. We're seeing a lot of outflows, and a lot of things are calling for a cool down, and it's normal, guys. This is very normal to have a correction in crypto. Going to 100K wouldn't even be that bearish, right? We're still in a massive uptrend, and actually it's quite healthy for price action if we do come back to 100K and then continue to try and move higher. If you try and move up and up and up without a correction, you're not actually building any support, guys, right? And the faster you go up, the shorter the bull run will last. So I do have my eyes set on 100K, and I do think we would see a very big bounce at 100K. So this could potentially be a life-changing, right? If you can predict two simple moves, you can make $1 million. Well, I can make $1 million. Why? How is that going to happen? Well, let's say I'm short here with $10,000, okay? If it comes down to $100,000, if it comes down to $100,000, I will make around $100,000 in profit. Now, if my prediction's right, and we do come down to 100K, and we do bounce off this 200-day moving average, I'm going to place a 100K long position, right? So I've just turned my 10K into 100K. I'm going to take a 100K long position here on 40x leverage, and I'm going to go for the relief rally. And it only has to go back up here for me to make $1 million, right? So in just two simple moves, if I'm right, I turn 10K into 100K. And if I'm wrong, I've already got a stop loss, right? So I can't lose any money. I've already taken profits off the table. So you can see here, I posted this yesterday in my Discord, opened a short on BTC, 40x, 1%. Added to my existing short on Ethereum. So as you guys know, I shorted Ethereum around all-time high. And I said, we're losing some supports here, and then they completely tanked over the last 24 hours. And I've already started to take some profits. You can see I posted in my Discord yesterday, took some profits off the table, guys. Stop losses to entry, can't lose now, free lottery tickets. So they're literally free lottery tickets. I mean, I've already won, right? I already banked quite a lot of gains. I took some more profits here, actually. This was yesterday at 7. And then yesterday at 11.25, I took some more profits off the table. So you can see here, I made $5,000 as banked profit from the BTC short. I still had 11,000 on. I've changed this a little bit, which I'll probably talk about tomorrow. So I've banked 5,000. I still have 11,000 on the short. So this, if it hits 100, I've put my TP at 100,000. This would return around $100,000. And then obviously, as I just told you, I plan to put that $100,000 on a long position for a bounce back to the upside. Ethereum, I've banked 8,866, and I think this is a lot higher now because the price has come down below 4,162. We're 4,132 at the moment. So this has come down, but I've already banked 8,000. So even if the trade goes against me and they push to the upside, I'm going to hit my stop loss around entry. So, you know, we'll always be taking profits, guys. Nobody went broke taking profits. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for BTC. I am looking for this support to break down. Hey, maybe it'll be in the middle of the night. But I think if we lose this support here, I think this M pattern is going to play out. And I think this is the technical target. And we see these technical targets get hit over and over again. I think there's a high chance we come down to that 100K region. Now, 100K is a big level, and it might get front run. So don't forget, when we get close to 100K, imagine it hits the actual technical target of 101.5. That would make a lot of sense because it might even get front run. But I think there's going to be a lot of limit buy orders at 100K as well. So first of all, it might get front run by market orders. But if it taps 100K, I think you see an aggressive bounce to the upside because of the amount of limit orders that will be at 100K. Now, where do we go? If, let's say, this plays out, and let's say we do come down to 100K, something we have to be cautious of is what happens when you break support. It turns into resistance, right? So if we do come back to the upside, this is going to be quite big resistance. This 112.7K level is going to be heavy resistance, and there's always the opportunity that we do get rejected off this level. And then it's a question of, are we going to make a higher low here and, you know, potentially bounce to the upside and break through this and push for all-time highs, or is this the start of a continued downtrend? Okay, so guys, just my speculation. Don't forget, anything's possible in this space. That's why we set stop losses. That's why we take profits off the table. But if this plays out, 2 simple moves, I will make $1 million, right? That's how crazy this space is. That's why I love this space. And this is why, you know, I love that you can just set a stop loss, right? And you've got a free lottery ticket. It literally is a free lottery ticket now. I potentially could make $1 million, or I could potentially have already banked. I've already banked $10,000, right? So really, really nice trade setup for me personally. What else are we looking at? So the guys have been absolutely printing in the Discord. So if you want to get involved with us, guys, if you want to see my buy and sell alerts, when I'm taking profits, when I'm opening trades, it's not just me. We have a professional leverage trader in here as well who also gives their trade ideas and their trade setups and stop losses and take profit targets. So if you want to join us, head over to my X. So search this in your Twitter, the bottom one, not the top one, and then click this link, and then you'll see the link for my Patreon on a logo. In there, a bunch of links in there. Click my Patreon, and then you can get involved with us. You can also get the SMC bot in your own trading view as well. In your free trading views, you can get the SMC bot. It comes free when you join the Discord and Patreon. So if we flick to the hourly on trading view, even on the hourly, we had the sell signal from the SMC bot around 118,000. And then look, we came back and we tried to retest the SMC moving average, couldn't get above. So if you missed this sell signal, this is the second opportunity to take a short, okay? The trend is your friend until the end. And then obviously if you're a day trader, maybe you took some profits down here. The next entry is when you come back to the SMC, came back to the SMC, got rejected. If you took some profits here, when do you open your next trade? When you come back to the SMC, great short entry if you took that. Now, what's interesting is here, we tried to get back up to the SMC moving average and we couldn't get close. Now, this is a massive sign of weakness, right? If you can't even get close to this resistance, it means that the sell pressure to the downside is also getting front run, which means that people aren't prepared to hang around and wait, and that they are expecting some downside here. So the trend is your friend until the end. This is the hourly time frame, but if I did start to see a close above this level, so if we did come up here and we started to close above this level, maybe the trend is starting to shift. But until that happens, the trend is your friend until the end, and this could potentially just continue to be resistance all the way down, right? And it might even be potential short entries as we come down. If we trickle down like this and the price comes this, it often does this, right, on the way down. And these can be opportunities for me potentially to add to my positions, or maybe enter new short positions on altcoins. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Big up the guys in the group, absolutely printed. We've been absolutely printed on these trades. We longed Ethereum all the way up. We started to open a short at all-time high, and we've been printing. Big up Hesky Boy, 105% on that trade there. Big up Steep, ETH short. So he shorted ETH with us, 119%. He shorted BTC with us, 68%. Solana, 98%. Sui, 87%. Absolutely killing it. Here is my trade on BTC that I posted the other day, my short. Hesky Boy, more gains here. XLP short, BTC short. Big up Ghost, 54%, 52%. Gino, 108%, 41%. Absolutely printing in the Discord. 402% on the ETH short. So I think I used 11x leverage, but Ian went 40x leverage. Absolute degen. But it paid off, right? 402% in a few days. Absolutely insane. Guys, so if you want to join us, if you want to get in and see these calls, big up 91 old school trader as well, 220% there. Gino, another 189%. If you want to see these calls, you want to get involved with us, jump in. You can see all of the trades. You can jump in and chat with us. We've got a chat section in here where we talk about our setups, what we're thinking on the market. So click that link. We also do have James Wynn on our side. So James Wynn posted 17 hours ago saying bottoms in, and I posted saying I guess we're going much lower. So we don't really need to worry right now. Whilst James is bullish, everything's okay. When he gets liquidated, I should say, when he gets liquidated and he starts to flip bearish, I might be a little bit concerned, right? If he starts to open up large short positions on high leverage, and after being liquidated, it's kind of a classic retail move, right? When they get liquidated, they start to try and chase and flip positions. So yeah, if he flips bearish, a bit of a red flag. But for now, he's still super bullish, so we should be fine. Guys, here is the link to join us. I've already talked about that. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. If I can get over 100 likes, guys, on these videos, I will try and keep you updated every day. So it does really help us with the algorithm. It helps us reach out to more people. And the more people we get in the group, the more professional traders I can hire, the more platforms I can subscribe to. So it really helps us grow. The more members we have in here, the more alpha we have, basically. So yeah, like the video, share it about, and don't forget, none of the information in this video is financial advice. Do your own research. Investing in crypto, investing in anything is highly risky, and you can lose all your money at any point whatsoever. So always do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. That's it for now, guys. Until then, I will catch you in the next one.